Hi guys, welcome to 2022. Happy New Year. This is the first trade for 2022, and I wanted to report the entire process for you. And this is really important because 2022, God knows what's going to happen in 2022, but a lot of fundamentals are going to come into play. And right now, the yen pairs are really, really important, and I'll explain why. So what tends to happen is that when there's economic and political turmoil, people will move their money from the US dollars and shove them into the safe havens. So your safe havens are pairs like the yen, gold, and now Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are becoming safe havens. So now that you know what a safe haven is, and if the yen is rising, right? If the yen is rising, it means pairs against them are falling. That means basically people are still very bearish regarding the market heading into 2022. So they're shoving their money into the yen pairs. So if they're doing that, we're expecting the yen pairs to fall. So when I went through technical analysis over the weekend, I saw a lot of rising wedges. So this is just a clean rising wedge. There's some interesting ones we're going to talk about sort of in the next few days and weeks. But this one's a clean one. We want to start off with a clean rising wedge, and then we'll sort of progress into the complicated rising wedges that include ascending, broadening wedge patterns and funny patterns like that. But right now, simple, clean rising wedge. Basically, it's a three-part pattern. You have the first part, which is a downtrend, right? And then you have a consolidation. That's the second part. So consolidation happened sort of from the 1st of December, as you can see. Things were consolidating mainly because people were just putting their money in the market and taking a break. And then now 2nd of January or 3rd of January, the trend is continuing. So essentially the rising wedge leads into the third step, which is the continuation of the downtrend, which had already started last year. So we're just continuing. It's a great time to be selling, especially in a lot of the yen pairs. I know the yen pairs, the Australian dollar pairs, those are the good ones to look for rising wedges and clean rising wedges. So that's essentially what it is. So prices have been falling. It's a clean pattern. As you can see, and there's something else I did want to talk about, which is these spikes. So this is where we entered the trade. But I do want to warn you, especially with patterns like this, and Way of the Turtle does talk about this. It's called strategy death, I think. It's called strategy death. And basically what the Curtis Trace, which is the author of the book, Way of the Turtle, he says that when a trading strategy works well, people start to trade it and the broker starts to know it. So when people start trading a strategy that's working and the broker knows it, they know where people are entering their buy and their sell, right? So this is a clear example of market of strategy death that Curtis Slate was talking about, where it's obvious that everyone's looking for a sell, right? And look what happens: huge spikes, huge stop hunts right at this area here, and then after these huge spikes, price goes down because it's going to go down. I mean, everyone's selling, it's going to go down. But before it does, you can just be sure that there's going to be a huge stop hunt at that area. So I wanted to talk about that. And then last thing is your take profit. For a rising wedge, your take profit is just the base of the consolidation. So the base of the consolidation, where the consolidation started, is essentially where it ends. So price will continue past that, but it's just a good way to set your take profit because sometimes price usually shoves down here and then spikes up. So you want to make sure you get a good value out of this trade, and in case you're doing other things, like most people are going to work and things like that. So thanks again, guys. I hope you have a great 2022. 2022, I'm definitely sharing more of my trades, more of my technical analysis, my results, more of that heading into 2022. So thanks again, guys.